You've been all over the world.
You know, I don't want to travel anymore this year. I've traveled enough.
You've been all over.
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling. We finished in Hawaii.
You finished in Hawaii.
Maui.
In Maui.
Yeah, that was rough.
It
was rough.
Yeah.
But before there was a crypto cruise in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
What was that all about?
Well, it was just John McAfee was there. Charlie Lee was there from Litecoin, and it's a 3-day cruise or 4-day cruise. 4-day cruise.
Yeah.
3 nights, and went all the way started from Barcelona, which is incredible. The food, oh my gosh, wow, Barcelona was amazing. And then from there the ship went over to Monaco. And that was rough. And then
you have the whole family with you?
No, just my wife and I.
Okay, all right.
And then from there we went to things Ibiza is pronounced.
Ibiza,
and
yeah,
oh my gosh,
that's a party.
We went to this. Oh, it was this beach club. Wow, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a trip. What a trip. Yeah. And beyond that, we did. There was Europe this year and everything else. Yeah. So it was just a lot of too much. It was beautiful, but too much traveling. So I'm done. Yeah. Most of it.
The reason I wanted to get a hold of you because I'm still trying to wrap my head around, the investing part of it. I talked to a lot of people who are into the Bitcoin thing, the people in the blockchain part of it, but very rarely do we get to really talk about the investing part, the really making money part. So, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to know. You can make money whether the market's up or down. So, what do we have today?
Well, yes, you can make money, but the thing is with making money in the markets is they have to move. And there's been such little price movement in the past since August.
Yeah.
They've just been stuck.
30.65, right?
Yeah, it's just been saying, finally they took it down a little bit, the early part of this week. But really it's been stuck. It's been stuck in the between, it went down to 55 this week, but otherwise, 65. It's been stuck for 3 months, all of September, all of October, and now November.
Yeah.
So with the frustration out there, I took a little time today since I knew, we're going to interview today. And I took this chart that's kind of been on the internet. It's called the Wall Street cheat sheet.
The Wall Street cheat sheet.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I overlaid Bitcoin's cycle that we're watching right now in 2018 onto the cheat sheet. And basically what it shows is what I've tried to illustrate on the chart is what is the frustration that everybody has with cryptocurrencies, the investment side of it, and why it's been so stuck, not going anywhere, and really, and I wanted to illustrate how in the end, when I say in the end, meaning like as time progresses, and how cycles ultimately win.
And you've been following this for a while, so you kind of know what's going to happen.
Right, yeah. So a cycle can be stalled out for a month, for 2 months, for a year sometimes, or for a long time, but depending on how long the ultimate pattern is. So like the silver and gold chart, for example. Okay. See, that wedge is a 7-year wedge. So it's right that it's been stalled out this long. Okay, but Bitcoin, on the other hand, is only a 1-year wedge, so maybe like a 8-month wedge. Okay, when I say wedge, I mean like a triangle, and so the prices fit within that triangle. So the bigger the wedge, the more time it can expand. So, but Bitcoin really it's an extent. They're holding the price, and the chart really illustrates it really nicely. How Bitcoin today, the 16th of November, should be trading at around $10,000. Okay? Yeah. But is trading at $5,500. But half that. So the chart is kind of cool. I done so if you can post it with a video. But what it shows is really this is nothing but an early Christmas sale.
Okay.
That's really what we're staring at right now. Like anybody who's investing in cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, is buying it at half off right now.
That's an awesome way to look at it.
It's really
a half-off sale.
It's a half-off sale.
Fire sale.
It's a fire sale.
Yeah.
And remember, because if Bitcoin was priced at 10,000 or 15 or 20,000, the game of paper is kind of over with.
Yeah, you were talking about that last night.
And so that's really what's happening is that there is immense price manipulation going on in the markets right now. And the chart actually illustrates it really, really well. And so the price manipulation is holding it so it basically flatlined. Kind of like a dead person.
Yeah.
That's really what's happened. But instead, price should be price since the month of August. It's supposed to be on an upcycle.
Okay.
Since August.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We saw the cup handle and it was looked like it was going to take off.
Right.
And it kind of did, and it just
and it stalled. Yeah. So here's the chart. I want to hold that. We can look at it together. So on the top, that's anybody can go on the internet and find that.
Wall Street cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Psychology of a market cycle.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it talks about how the markets work, and it's very actually interesting. And if anything, this sheet really clearly shows how Wall Street really understands how the psychology of a market works. But this sheet is ultimately going to come back and bite them in the butt, because what they've done is they've distorted nature. So through the use of derivative contracts and everything that they're doing right now to suppress the price of Bitcoin, they're going against the market cycle that they actually illustrated.
Yeah.
So what you'll notice is from the low here, what month is that? That's somewhere like last year,
looks like
July or something?
July, middle of July, and then there's July.
Yeah, so in July, August of last year, 2017, that's kind of where the page starts out on the left-hand side. You'll see the price move, and then once it got into December, it exploded vertical. So you see that explosion vertical got up to 20,000. Okay, you can see the same thing in the cycle here. Basically, it's a mirror. It's incredibly similar.
This is Wall Street.
Yes, you can just go find this on the internet. I didn't make this. This is right.
It's just almost identical.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Okay, so it actually shows the website www.wallstreetcheatsheet.com. Okay, so this is right. So Wall Street created this, and they know that this is how the psychology of markets work. And really, off all the studies that I've done over the years, this is actually a relatively accurate chart.
Yeah,
it really is.
So
because
you could have written this out.
Yes, because that's how I would look at chart patterns and then chart cycles.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they would work. And then what my analysis does is I incorporate time into it. So I put time patterns into it, or time. So my analysis would give me time points for the highs and the lows. So my analysis actually was forecasting not the green top here at 20,000.
Yeah.
But my analysis was forecasting the top here in yellow, right where it's right under it says complacency.
Yeah.
Okay, so in November of 2017, I was on stage in San Francisco stating that Bitcoin's going to top the first week of January. So that was right there. Okay, so I was speaking when it was here, and I knew the top was going to come in there. And then from that top, it plunged.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bitcoin topped. Yes, it did top in December at 20,000, but then it came up to about 18,000 in January, the first week, which is what it was supposed to do. And the cycle that I had, that I was following, ended on January 6th. And January 7th, the market began to plunge.
Wow.
And so the markets have been plunging since January 7th. They dropped all the way down. And it's really fascinating. But you look at this triangle that's carved. See the red line that I drew out here? Mm-hmm. It shows how beautifully the markets have fallen, and it replicated the pattern, nearly identical. Okay? So the final capitulation point comes in August. And that's in the red right here.
Okay.
So I drew that down and I labeled it as August 2018.
Okay.
Okay? So that, in theory, was supposed to be the final low.
Supposed to be the final low.
Right.
Okay. And from looks at Wall Street, that kind of was their...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my analysis, I'm taking the Wall Street cheat sheet and I'm giving time points to it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm applying my studies that I've done over the years and applying it to the cheat sheet to make it helpful for people to understand. And then I've drawn lines to make it clearly illustrative. So August 2018 was supposed to be the final low.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll notice what happened was it did come off that low and it bounced and then it went sideways, but then the manipulation kicked in. And you'll see ever since the August low, it basically flatlined.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin's gone flatline. And you'll see since the August low on the cheat sheet, it's supposed to be going upwards.
Yep.
Okay. And it's supposed to begin to accelerate again in about mid-October here and start to go vertical again. And today I put a blue arrow there titled it on NOV November. And that's today roughly about the 9th. Today's the 16th. And you'll notice that the top line should be coming in right about where it was in May. So right around $10,000.
Wow.
Okay, so you'll see this. It's supposed to be coming in around right here.
Yep.
$10,000.
And that's that, and that's that.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So the last top was in May. So it should be topping at around $10,000 today. Instead, it's sitting at $5,500.
Wow.
Okay. So what we're staring at right now is a 50% sale. That's why why I've illustrated that way. So what we're looking at, if you buy today, my cycle forecasts that the next top will come in. It is expected if the manipulation breaks, which I believe it will, between today when we're talking and the month of December.
And this is what the
16th of
the
November.
16th.
So between today the 16th and December, the manipulation will fracture, and they're going to start to lose control. By loss of control, begin to lose control, Bitcoin will immediately go over to $10,000 between now and December.
Between now and December.
Yes. Now, if it doesn't happen in this cycle, it'll take longer, but the probability is extremely, extremely small. So the probability of it being 10,000 plus by December is, I'd say, high 90%.
Wow.
Right now. So, and the reason for that is there's an underlying factor.
Okay.
I was interviewed on the 24th of October by CNBC.
Okay.
And on stage, on the presentation, I was indicating that in the month of November, and the words were before year end, the world markets will plunge, will crash. Okay. Now I don't mean Armageddon type of thing where they go to zero or whatever. No, I'm talking about maybe between a 25 to say between a 25 to a 30-40% market correction.
Okay.
Quick and fast. Okay, but in order for Bitcoin to go up, something has to go down. Stock market. Right. So if the stock market goes down, so the assets and the loss of confidence in the stock market, if that happens, then people will look for something that's more stable. Yeah. And as crazy it is, Bitcoin is going to be stable. Not only stable, it's going to be an asset class people will immediately look to because it's printed in limited quantities. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin versus a paper currency. The fiat dollar is basically been printed to infinity. Okay, and that's what they've been doing for all these years already. So it's not attached to gold, and it's basically been printed to infinity. So because of that, soon enough we're going to see the dollar and the world stock markets plunge. When that happens, Bitcoin's going to go vertical.
Okay,
and that was the bottom line of my presentation when I spoke with CNBC.
Okay.
Is that the cryptocurrencies are going to go up because the stock market crashes.
Does that transfer across to all cryptocurrencies?
Yes.
Pretty much?
Right. So when I say Bitcoin, I specifically meaning cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
Now, I personally, even though I'm showing you the Bitcoin chart here, I have very little Bitcoin.
Okay.
And the reason is because there's in my newsletter, when you look at it, when you've studied my newsletter, there's alternate coins in there. Okay. And there are some alternate coins that they didn't fall by a little bit. See, so if you look at Bitcoin's price from 20,000 down to say 55, that's about a 73% correction. So it lost about 73% of its value from 20,000-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, which is sizable. But there are alternate coins that fell anywhere between most and many alternate coins fell between high 80s into the 90s, some as high as like 97%.
Oh my God! Wow.
From their highs in the early part of 2017. There are coins that were valued. That is one that comes to mind. It was valued at $500, currently trading at $22. Okay. So think, and on the low is at $15. Wow. Just about a week ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Was that ever in the top 10 coins?
No, but I think it moved up to the top 30 at the time when it was at $500, so maybe top 50, and this is just an example. You can go through all the coins and look where they were priced at in January and December and February and look at their prices now. There's coins, that are pennies on the dollar to what they were.
Yeah.
So
I was just looking at Coinbase today and, looking at Etherium and they're $170 and didn't Ethereum hit 1,000 or it was like 1,400
right it was I forgot yeah
so I got it I had actually got some I'd done some work and somebody paid me in Ethereum at $800
right
and then it just started trickling down.
Yeah.
As soon as I got paid.
Yeah.
And
today what's it worth today? You said it's worth today roughly what?
$175.
$175. Yeah. You see, so that's the thing. So back to the chart here, right? So if you believe in cryptocurrencies,
Yeah, I do.
right, then you're better off just at understanding what happened on just taking out a calculator and doing your own homework. So if coin fell 95% or lost 95% of its value, and it's a solid coin, it has like a good reason to own it, right?
Yeah.
The probability of it outperforming Bitcoin on the way up is huge. Right, so if Bitcoin doubles in price, as an example, let's say going from 5 to 10, in my newsletter I cover several coins that I think will do 5 to 10x.
Yeah.
They'll do 5 times to 10 times move possibly as Bitcoin's going to $10,000. Right, even if they go 3 or 4x, that's still incredible. But they will significantly outperform Bitcoin, just because Bitcoin is an expensive coin to buy.
Yes.
And if you're a first timer, you're going to want to own a whole coin,
Of course.
not a fraction of a
No.
Bitcoin,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so Litecoin at $45 is an incredible steal, as an example,
Yes.
relative to buying one Bitcoin at $5,500, right? So that's really some of these very solid coins are going to significantly outperform Bitcoin going into December. So if you look at the chart here, it's when this manipulation breaks because of what I'm describing, a market event. The market event is going to cause price to meet time.
Okay.
Now, what that means is if a cycle started last year and it ends, say, in December, right? If that be the case, then the time expires in December. Get it?
Yeah.
So price must meet time by the month of December, which means that price would have to therefore explode to get to that time to get to that price point.
Yeah.
But cycle theory says that cycles win.
Yeah.
Regardless
And you've
of,
seen this over and over and over.
Yeah.
So you're not like
No,
pulling
that's
this out of the air.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter that they've manipulated the price, but ultimately they're going to lose. And Bitcoin's going to explode vertical, and we're going to see immense prices. Now, if it doesn't happen on this next cycle, which will be December, then we have to look into next year. But I don't think we're going to need to do that. And the reason being is because we need a market event to trigger the explosion. Okay? My stock analysis points to a market event coming in before year end, now into December.
Okay.
So even though everything's happy, joy in the stock market today, the 16th, the market closed I think 100 points positive, and everybody's talking how beautiful it is. It ain't going to be so beautiful in the next few weeks.
Okay.
So that's the problem, and the market event will trigger a lack or a loss of confidence in the monetary paper system, causing an explosion in cryptos and Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and also causing a very big move to begin in precious metals, gold and silver.
Yeah, you were saying that yesterday too about the silver. That you think silver's
Silver's set to go. It's set to go. It's going to go here. I think my pattern analysis indicates that they're moving very similarly right now in terms of timing. Bitcoin might be a day or two ahead of precious metals.
Wow. Okay.
But we're really close right now. So when you see one go, other one's right behind it.
Okay.
So I think cryptos might go first if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. But whichever one goes first, the precious metals are going to be right behind the cryptocurrencies, and they're all going to just go crazy into year end. There's going to be a massive monetary shift because of the financial event that's about to happen in the stock markets.
Are the stock markets? Are those guys? Are they starting to buy more and more cryptocurrencies? Or do they think that it's on its way out? They think it's a trend.
All that will be a speculation on my end, but I can tell you.
What do you?
But I can tell you, after going to all these conferences, there is so much money going into cryptocurrencies,
Okay.
into the technology of it,
The technology, yes.
into the technology, into the patents. In terms of rising, there's one conference they show it's an exponential growth in patent applications for the blockchain.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's and so if you have exponential growth in patent applications and money being invested into the blockchain, into all these development of it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way this is going away.
No.
It's just that when it rises, it's going to be something that's going to be opposite of what the guys that own the paper want.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what it is. But if you can go to was it Singapore or somewhere in the out east?
Yeah.
And I think it was Taiwan. But I was watching videos. They don't accept. There's no currency transactions going on at all. All the people, they're all the young kids. They all have phones.
Yeah.
And they all do the QR scanners. So when they walk through the street to buy food and things off the stands, there's a picture of a QR scanner, and they just simply scan the QR and then they pay for whatever they're taking and they go. So it's just out east. It's incredible how everybody's got a phone and they're paying for everything off the QR scanner.
Yeah.
Just off of their phone, and the vendors are automatically getting their money. So this is up and running and live out east.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of the technology that we were hearing about and the ideas that were coming up with the blockchain technology.
Yeah,
we're seeing that put into place now. People actually using it.
Yes, exactly, and so it's functional, it's usable.
Yeah.
It's just that out here in the United States and basically everywhere where there's very heavy monetary influence in terms of paper influence, right? They're trying to. The bankers here do not want this to rise.
Of course not. No, they don't.
It's because if this rises, they're not rising. That's to their demise.
Yeah.
And so it's just really what this chart really clearly illustrates is the clash of two worlds. The two worlds collide. Really, yeah. You've got one world that's basic. If you've watched some of my videos, as of the end of October, the world of this paper monetary system officially closed. As crazy as it sounds, but as of October, the world monetary, the old system is the door to it is closed. Right now, we're in the transition, in the limbo stage,
yeah.
And by the time December comes, and in the month of December, the doors will open to a new monetary world. And the new monetary world, whether they like it or not, yeah. The chart illustrates that the price will jump up and start to take off. But the new monetary world will be a world of hard assets, gold and silver, okay. and assets that can be used as money over large distances of space, which would be cryptocurrencies, okay. For allowing for transactions, globally. Mm-hmm. Because no one can use gold or silver to transact globally, so those precious metals will be considered stores of value. In a surprise gold rush, because that's really what's about to happen. A very large surprise gold rush no one is expecting, and the money's just and the precious metals are gonna explode in value, along with the cryptocurrencies.
Are you buying precious metals right now?
Well, I'm not buying. I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
you have some. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. So I think what I'm speaking of is that's what I believe in.
Yeah.
So the value, true value, is not in a stock market or in paper currencies anymore. True value is in a new monetary system that's about to rise beginning in the month of December, where the doors really will open to it. You will see what I'm describing come December, because between today, the 16th of November, and the month of December, we're going to see a monetary shift happen, where we basically are going to see the stock markets take a hit. Yeah, sizable, not a little 5% market correction, a sizable market correction, enough to shake the world. And have the world look for alternate place to put their money.
Wow. Okay. When people you have people calling you asking you for advice on what to buy and
I don't give advice because I'm really not a financial planner.
Yeah.
I write my analysis, and in my analysis, which you get, you look in the analysis. It has I think you've got 31 alternate coins in there.
Yeah,
I have them a top 10, 10, 10, and 10. So, but all the coins are supposed to do very, very well. And there's a few of my favorites, that I list in there.
Yeah.
Of which I expect to do extremely well. Far outperforming Bitcoin. There's a few coins that their cycle patterns are quite similar to that of Bitcoin if you study them historically, but their power is far excessive of Bitcoin. There's one coin that has gone up fourfold since August.
Wow.
Relative to Bitcoin.
Consistently, consistently going up.
So there's coins like that that are outperforming Bitcoin on a percentage basis. So I look at it, if you're going to put your money into cryptocurrencies, put it to maximum use. Okay. But you also want to think about putting in safe coins, because you don't want some of these coins. You gotta be careful, because there's like 1,000 coins out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So of the 1,000 coins, I think there's maybe 20 or 30 that are really good ones, which we cover in the report. Yeah. But of those 1,000 coins, I would say 800, 900 are going to go to zero eventually, because they don't have a use really. People have good intentions who created them, but ultimately there's coins that are going to somewhat do what those are going to do anyways, and you're not really going to need them, you know. But the number one coins I think right now are the usage coins in terms of cash coins. Okay. So the ones that are going to
stable coins.
Stable coins, yes, but also cash coins, meaning like for setting value.
Okay.
Like so you pay somebody with $1 bill, right? Yeah. Well, if you don't want to do that, people are using Bitcoin right now to pay through the internet. However, Bitcoin's on the slow side, so Ethereum's quicker, and then Litecoin's even faster. So you want to get like coins that are very that you've done the homework on, you've researched, and they're very good coins. But I think the coins are going to have the strongest initial value, or the initial move, are the ones that are going to be used for money transactions.
Of course,
more so than function. Because there's other coins that are going to give you credit card functions and things like that. Yeah. But remember, those coins are going to be fantastic once you need it.
Yes.
First, you need the money flow, and then you're going to need the working machine to make them work better.
Yeah. And I just did a show with a company called Pay2Mat. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've heard of them yet. Mm-hmm. Pay2Mat.com. So they've created the software that integrates into your transaction processing, like credit card swipers. Into the PayPal, into Square, where you can actually get paid with cryptocurrency. Okay. And you can transfer that into fiat right away.
Okay. Yeah. So that immediate use case.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not waiting on the transaction time of Bitcoin. You're actually being paid. And they have something built into it. If you're at a restaurant and if you're the waiter or whatever, you get your tips
right away.
Cut away, right
beautiful.
There. Boom. So if you're not even into Bitcoin or whatever, you can get paid in the crypto, and you can start a little cash flow of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful example of how efficient blockchain technology is.
Yes, yeah. That's the
everything about it is so efficient, because you can segregate it and do these little. It's because it's all computerized, you know. So you can basically do really amazing things with it, because there's a really lot of smart people in this world. Think about it. There's an immense population of people in this world that are so smart, and they've been suppressed. They've not been able to expose their genius, because the world monetary system has been basically running the world with their paper game, and so it's really neat to see, where they're not suppressing us so much. Some of the technology, that I've gone to some of the blockchain conferences. Man, the technology that's coming out is kind of crazy. It's really awesome. Like, very smart people are putting some really amazing things together.
Yeah, it's great to see that actually working now, because I think that was one of the biggest problems, that people were going to these conferences and they were seeing the ideas, and a lot of these guys were scammers. They would take put an ICO out, collect all the money, and disappear. Right. And now they're starting to weed that out. Yeah, we're seeing the ones that are coming about and actually doing something with that, and it's great to see.
Yeah, but ultimately it's a monetary transition. Yeah, that's really what we're watching, and we are living in incredible times. Yeah, like we're gonna watch and experience a monetary shift like nothing we've ever seen in our life.
Yeah, there's never been anything like
really
this.
Cool.
Yeah,
this is a good example. Just a simple example where somebody says, "Oh, well, I don't have 5,000 or 10 or 20,000 to drop into Bitcoin." Okay, I just want you to know, like 2 years ago, when I first heard about Ripple, right?
Yeah.
I went to and it was so hard to buy this stuff. You had to go to the bank. It was the only Bank of America you could go to because there's like this. It was impossible to get it, and you have
Really?
to send a money order to this like a bank, and then so I sent them like $200 to buy like. So ultimately, I think I'm this thing about. Ultimately, I'm getting them like $2,000 over there, but it was like in $200 increments because you can only send $200 at a time, right?
Oh my God.
But Ripple at the time was 0.002.
Wow.
So it had 2 zeros in front of it, right?
Wow.
So for every
not even 1 cent.
yeah. So for every $200 that you're buying, I think you're wasn't it your 100,000 Ripple or something, right? So
Yeah.
so the point is, it was funny to watch when it started to go up, and I had a whole bunch of them. Right?
Yeah.
My point is, you don't putting in $200 into cryptocurrencies
yeah.
on the bottom here on the sale of a lifetime is real as just an example, right? You know that if you add $200, you put zeros in front of it, that could easily be $100,000 to $200,000.
Yes.
You know, in a few years from now, maybe 2 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine the change of, or maybe in a year from now. You don't know, right? Because some of these coins couldn't do numbers like that.
Yeah.
They will move probably 1,000, maybe 50 to 100, 200 fold some of these coins over the next couple of years. It really is going to be that big of a monetary shift.
When Bitcoin hits their 21 million, is that what it is? 21 million or 20
Yeah,
billion?
honestly, I know it's 21 million. I don't know much about that. I haven't.
Okay.
But I know there's still a few more million to mine.
Yeah,
yeah, there's still a few more million to mine.
Yeah, weren't they at like 14 million?
I
think
honestly,
that was
I don't.
it was like 14 million. But
my quotes, I'm going to say, I got that
yeah,
wrong.
of course.
so-
Yeah, don't. Yeah, but we'll obviously it's gonna be the supply and demand thing, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
which causes
giving it value.
giving it value, and is it going to continue to go up? And no matter what, is it going to just continue to go up?
Well, Bitcoin's going to go up. After
Once
this
the 21st million, that coin is minted, and there's no more to mint.
I don't know. I don't know.
Does
But I can tell you the cycle has got a multi-year up cycle, many years forward still. So Bitcoin, regardless of how many they, whenever they get to that 21 million,
Yeah.
Bitcoin this year is going to finish relatively nice. At least it'll jump up sizably. Next year is going to be really awesome for all cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. So next year is going to be really, really, really fantastic. There's going to be many wealthy people made next year.
Okay.
But so and then there's still more years forward for cryptocurrency. It's not like it has a 2-year lifespan. It's going to have many years forward.
Yeah. And then there'll be more technology coming out and more.
Right. So that's when you have like more use space where you'll have coins that are more functional. Yeah. And so it's sort of like it's a company that adds added value to the blockchain to make it work better or something. But right now, some of those coins might be really cheap, but they're going to take a long time to get going still, just because it's the coins that are going to transact value right now. I think are the key coins we want to be looking, at least that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. Stable coins would be okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly too.
Wow. Okay. So if people want to get a hold of you, what do they do?
Well, I think the first thing you want to do is just kind of get educated on what blockchain is, and what cryptocurrencies are, and what gold and silver are.
Yeah.
Go to our website, Gold 2020 Forecast. There's a handful of videos there.
And you do these all the time, right? You do the videos.
Whenever I get an urge to do them, I basically I kind of get an urge sometimes to make a video. But a lot of my videos are actually most of my videos. I believe we are in a massive spiritual battle. And this is really where I come from, and so all of this money that's been changing hands and it's been created it's basically been an ongoing spiritual battle for many years now, all coming to a head. That's really what this is. And so go watch my videos. You'll get to understand where I come from and why I say what I say. But we are in a spiritual battle, and we are in very important biblical times. So my videos cover a lot of that. So go to my videos, Gold 2020 Forecast on YouTube. But if you are a person who's interested in timing cycles and like, hey, when Bitcoin does get to a top in December, what's a good point to get out because it will drop again, So if you're looking at timing points, then go to our website, Gold 2020 Forecast. And then our Bitcoin index has specifically 2 things we're covering very in close detail, actually, on our website. which are all of our subscribers get, is they are getting a stock cycle, which has been incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
For the past few months now.
Okay.
Like incredibly. And we are like down to the wire here on the stock market.
Yeah.
Okay. Before things start to go crazy.
Yeah.
So it has been really accurate for the many months already on the
Yeah.
stock market. And this stock market event is what's going to trigger the Bitcoin event and the gold event.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the second thing we cover on on our website is the Bitcoin cycle specifically, and what to expect in terms of specific time points or dates into the future. So we do have a time point which we do expect Bitcoin to start to break away, start to spike.
Yeah.
And it is correlated exactly also with the stock market crash.
Wow.
And so we're living in really, really exciting times, Dean. It's neat. So I'm really, between now and year end, we should see fireworks.
Okay. Yeah, because when I first started doing this and I was asking people, this is January, February, March, April, and I was asking people, what do you think Bitcoin's going to be at December 31st, 2018? And most people were in the $30,000 to $40,000 range.
Yeah.
You think it's going to make it back up to that
By
December 31st?
See, here's a problem that I have.
Yeah.
Using a cycle analysis, I can give you a date that the top will come in.
Yeah.
Okay, which is what my subscribers get.
Yeah.
But I don't have the price.
Okay.
But I have the date.
You have the date.
Which is more important than anything anyways,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But if I had to get a guess, the simplest guess I'll give you is probability of it being over $10,000.
Pretty good.
High 90s.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
Over
good.
$10,000, high 90%. And could be much higher than that. Well, maybe, but at least that'd be the. But if it does get the 10,000, it's basically game over because it broke away. It's a breakout.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you look at it, it's been dead, flatline.
Yeah, it has.
September, October, now into November is flatline. Okay, so if it gets to 10,000, that's called a breakout. Okay, and all chartists know what a breakout is.
Yeah.
It means pile in.
Yeah.
So even if it does drop and goes up and down, it's only going to keep making higher highs, and we're off to the races again. With the cryptocurrencies.
And contrary to what a lot of people outside of our world say, like I've got some friends that were nudging me, going, "Oh, I see that that Bitcoin has lost all of its momentum, and no one's into Bitcoin anymore."
That's a great point to say. You know what? I remember that too when it was $400.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and it goes to 20,000.
Yeah.
Oops, that was like a 50x move.
Yeah.
You should ask. So I get and it's just funny that people love to buy high.
Yeah, those
and
were the guys
sell out of fear. So everyone. Yeah. So how many people sold the drop this past week when it dropped to $5,500? Right, think about it. Yeah. Oh, Bitcoin's going to go to zero. It's going to go to $2,000. I got to sell and get out. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good move. But if you look at what I just illustrated to you, that cycle chart is going to win.
Yeah.
And so Bitcoin will soon enough be at $10,000, and if you sold it at $5,500. Well, I'm sorry that you got scared, but you basically, you played out of you acted out of emotion, and not out
Leave
of
emotions at the door.
Yeah. And you acted out of emotion, and you didn't act out of intelligence, or like of just understanding what cryptocurrencies are.
Yeah.
What they are is an alternate form of money transactions around the world that is accepted by it's accepted by the people who understand what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And soon enough, more and more and more and more of the population will get to understand what it is, and more are going to start to buy it.
Yeah.
But it's not until it starts to break away and starts to do stupid numbers again where people are going to like, Bitcoin? I heard about that. What is it? Right? And then their friends are going to start educating them, and everyone's going to start, so that's kind of the last bull, everybody starts talking about it, But this next run is going to be, eventful like you've never seen before, because when it takes off in this next one, it's never going to look back. It'll look back, but never to these prices again. It's, looking at Bitcoin today at 5,500 is like looking at Bitcoin $400 last December.
Yeah.
Was it in January 2017? I believe Bitcoin is in the $400.
400.
Range.
Yeah.
Right. So at 5,500 today, that is equivalent to Bitcoin at 400 at that point in time.
Wow.
So even though you're paying more than 400 today, you're still not paying $2,000. But on the other end of it too, if you're just getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, like I was saying earlier, you want to look at alternate coins because they are Some of them are 20 cents. Some are 2 cents.
Yeah.
Some are 25 cents. Some are, many are under $1. So, and these ones are very quickly going to drop like 0 or 2.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, let's keep it. Let's watch where it goes,
Yeah.
and we'll keep some updates going, and we'll make sure that everyone goes to
gold
Gold
2020
forecast. Gold2020forecast.com.
Sure. Thanks, Dean.
Right on.
Good chat with you again.
You too, man. It's a lot of fun. All right. Where's our beer at?
That's true. It is Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's a good note to finish on.
It is.
Friday afternoon.
All right.
Yeah, beautiful day.
It is.
It's really nice today.
Sorry you have to look at this every day. All right. Thanks, bud. All right.